Ark Survivors, it's Mark here and welcome to the Sanctuary Ark. Here with Zanita. I'm working on getting Eve back. There's a little problem with that, but we're here in our first desert biome, Adomaitis. And with us, most of the desert biomes here are pretty underdeveloped. They're under construction, so to speak. But we'll have a look and see what we have so far. I've just spotted an error. It says the Sanctuary North Redwood. Well, that ain't right. So I'll have to sort that out in the future. As I say, it's under development. There is one or two things that we can look at. And the first thing we see is a megalodon. It's one of the first spawns that we come across in this episode. And I've had a few problems with spawns, which are now fixed, I must add. It turns out, including this one, about 80% of the spawns stopped spawning in. Yeah, they've been fine for a couple of years, and then all of a sudden, boom, stopped coming in. And there have been one or two anomalies that crept in. Suffice to say, the spawns have now been fixed. Most of the spawns you're about to see did not come in for a while, and it turns out I had to untag the spawns from the landscape, and then they started working again. Why that? I have no idea. Anyway, getting back to our exploration, this area is highly experimental. This is most likely to be changed in the future. I'm thinking of putting another obelisk here, experimenting with it and seeing what's what. By the time you get to watch this video, it may be different. And I've also been experimenting with the simple spawners mod, because it can give the player more options to do certain things, what have you. Plus there's certain things that I've tried to get to work within the game or within the editor. It works in the editor, and when it's uploaded, boom, things ain't working. I'm not going to go too much into detail with that, but yeah, there's going to be some interesting stuff when it comes to the simple spawner, how I do that. And this is one of the areas that I'm going to be experimenting with, well, within the desert biome. There's 3 sections to this. 2 more videos for the Upperworld, and then on to new pastures. I must emphasise, like this area, there's not a lot of spawns, because I haven't actually put any spawns in. They're a bit few and far between in certain areas of the map, Upperworld and Underworld, which I'll be working on towards the end, when we actually get the landscape and the area sorted out proper, and then I'm going to blitz the spawns. Yes, there's also artifacts, orbital drops, treasure chests dotted about. May do a video of their locations in the future. There's the South Pyramid, again under construction, that area, especially when it comes to spawns. I'm experimenting with different spawns in different places. And we got a little waterway that comes in here. Now the crystal there, I think that's now been fixed. It was unharvestable, but I've got to recheck on all that. What we've got in here, got some pearls. Yeah, lack of water spawns. Yeah, as I said, a bit of work to do in this area. We've got some land spawns we're coming up to soon. Pretty sure this is non-harvestable. Yes, the result you'd probably be getting, but that's now been fixed, or should have been fixed, let's put it that way, by the time you're watching this video. Right, we've got a couple of parasaurs. I can hear a dodo. Right, we'll wander up this valley. I've got some little pain in the backsides coming up, and combers usually come in 2s and 3s. We'll try and ignore them if we can. Oh, we've got parasa, Galamus, Morolatops. What's up behind there? It's another Morolatops. That's it. Well, there's nothing nasty as yet. Spoke too soon. Let's wander over here. Alright, let's take these on, get rid of them. Cool, that was a good hit. 3 with 1 thrust of the spear. Continuing on. We had some more resource in this area as well. The Morolatops. Right, let's take these on. Get rid of them. Cool, that was a good hit. 3 with 1 thrust of the spear. Continuing on. Yeah, continuing on. 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 Continuing Got a Velonosaur up there, also known as a spindle. 2 or 3 of them about. That's a 55. And moving along, don't want to get involved with that thing. Yeah, wandering up to a little oasis area, and we got some nasty creatures for sure within the area, not so much in the oasis area, but got some potential here and around about it within the desert biome here for some improvement. So here we go. This is the oasis. There should be some fish in there. There should be some spawns about here. It's very minimal to start with. As I say, it may be different. Now, there's normally a red loot drop up there. Down there. I haven't seen that as yet. Here, I've got the fish. Everything's spawning normally now. Yeah, there was a bit of panic stations there for a couple of weeks, wondering what the hell was going on, but we've sorted that now. A Dimetrodon. Biological air conditioner, probably the best thing to use actually for air conditioning. Just to note, I have set up 2 servers, Island Ark and the Sanctuary Ark, to do a series in the future. 2 map cluster with a character called Maximus. And that might not be till probably next year. Early next year there's a plan, it depends. I've got to get this all sorted out by then, and then we can get on and do some proper gameplay stuff. I also want to do a single player version, maybe bringing back Eve and starting from scratch and using both the Sanctuary, probably start on the Sanctuary, and also use the island. Another single player cluster type scenario. It's not quite a cluster, but yeah, we'll sort that out in the future. Well, we've got some rock drakes. They're spawning in now again. We'll look in the water here. I don't know if we've got anything in here actually. Let's have a look. No, probably not. So something to look at in the future. Okay, let's have a wander up here. I wonder if we can get up the top there from here. Don't think we can. We've got to be careful anyway, because there's some real nasty creatures up there. But we'll have a wander, see what we can do. Yeah, definitely need a bit more life, certainly in this area. We might be able to get up here, I think. I'm not sure. Oh no, maybe not. It's a bit steep. There we go. Sometimes we can get up these sort of things. We need to go a bit further up, I think. Alright, don't hurt yourself. Come on, girl. That's up here. A bit more life up the top there. But, I'm a bit scatterbrained when it comes to doing this sort of thing. You know, going from the editor to playing the game to testing it to, well, doing the simple spawner thing, which I'm really fascinated by at the moment. And, yeah, got to get a little bit more organised with the way I'm doing things. No, we ain't doing so bad. We've got some Velonosaurs, we've got 2 there now, maybe 3. Right, now we've got to be careful. Ooh, what we got there? Yeah, we got a dangerous cactus. Look, that might be a spawn. Looks like in the distance there we might have a couple of saber-tooths, maybe? Yeah, the least of our worries. Yeah, looks like unfortunate timing actually. Usually have a red loot crate come down here. That's definitely a saber-tooth there to the right. Whoops, there we go. Yeah, Kylo there. Don't think we'll get away with getting by that without some hassle. Got here. Oh, Adomaitis was in the area. Oh, there's that. Kylo's still hovering about. I'll grab them quickly because it's likely to attack us. Now we've got an area here which is very dangerous. There's an artifact down here somewhere being protected by the rock drakes. See if we can get to see that. And down here, oh, there's a rock drake. Should be some basilisks in the area. This is where the red loot crate comes down. Oh, here we go. So sort these out. Pretty good with a spear is an eater. Oh, the highest point in this area at least. Ah, there are the basilisks. Level 15, level 100. 2 there, thought I saw 3. Where's the other one? Oh, maybe not. Right, I'll wander back down this way towards that orbital drop. One thing to note about the orbital drops, if you're using the awesome spyglass, you won't be able to see what's in there until you actually get up to it. And the other thing is I've tried to make them a little bit better quality, but that's not always the case. Well, we'll find out what's in here. I've got those velociraptors over there. There's definitely a lot more spawns to be brought up in the area, which is planned. Right, so we've got 1 or 2 nice things there. I thought I'd let go of the area. Ascendant saddle. Oops, that got a bit too close for comfort. Quite nasty creatures there. Pretty useful tame. They'll become evident in future scenarios. Yes. Alright, let's wander over the other side of the desert. Not much about going on around here. But, well, I'm getting to see what it's like at the present time and how it may change in the future. Oh, that's come back. I think we'll go back and have a look at that. Yes, they do come back like in 2s, and then there's a gap before they come in again. Let's have a look here. Whoa, we've got some nice stuff there as well, but that velociraptor's making me a little nervous. The reason they come down in twos like that is purely experimental for me to gauge what's what within them. I am considering, as far as the orbital drops are concerned, is keeping that double thing as a feature of the map, so you've got a better chance of getting some good stuff. But obviously make it much more difficult by having some creatures about. That's going to give you a bit of a challenge. The idea is to give people the option to have an easy game, or, depending on how you want to play it, you can make it more difficult for yourself if you so wish. Now, we've got some action. Corrupted Pteranodon and Dillo having a little battle. Yeah, I try and get a balance with the game, but give the option to the player, basically. For instance, somebody may say, oh, that's too easy doing it that way. You have the option, you don't have to do the easy route. And then there's some that may say, well, that's too hard. That is, you know, don't want to be going through all that. Again, you've got the option. You've got easy route and you've got the harder route. And that's what I'm trying to balance it out as. Ultimately, it's you as the player that has the control. Taking the orbital drop as an example, you don't have to collect that's what's in it if it makes it too easy for you. But if you want an easier route and you've got something that's in there that is going to improve things to make it easier for yourself, then you take what's in the orbital drop. There's a lot of scenarios that can give you the choice of which way you want to play. Yes, we've picked up 1 or 2 things. We'll drop them off in the motorboat here. That's it. Let's grab some of that. Put it all in there. Yeah, we've done well on our little trek around. Few bits and pieces from the drops, and yeah, some very pleasing items that were picked up there, that's for sure. Do collect a bit of stuff while we're going around on our scenarios, but also do a bit off camera as well, because we're going to need stuff. Yeah, it's quite a bit of this section of the desert that we haven't looked at. To be honest, I don't think there's really going to be too much about there, so I'll probably skip through some of it. We do want to try and get the feel of the whole map. We'll get to see what's what, where improvements can be made. Well, these videos are a great asset to me because I go through them and they'll say, ah, right, that's what's got to be fixed. That's what's not right. Oh, that's good. I like that. I'll do some more of that sort of thing. It's good, yeah. I quite like the way that's been going. Anyway, we've got to go the other side. We might actually take a little bit of a look in the water there, on the ocean side. Yeah, my brother's been a massive help because he'll spot something and he'll say, oh, that ain't right, there's a floating foliage over here or there's something over there. Massive help indeed. I've actually got some floating foliage in the underworld, got to sort that out. Now there's one or two areas that are dotted about within the waterways. I'm going to be doing a video on the waterways. There's certain areas that are really populated and others that are not. And there's some areas within the water or within the ocean that's reserved for future development. Watch this space. Right, we've got one or two creatures up here. Looks like there's some vultures. Yeah, we're coming up back towards that oasis area. There's not really a lot on this side. Cut some of that out, I think. There's only so much sand that you can record. Now that looks like that red loot crate coming down. It is. What we got in it? Let's have a look. Ooh, we've got one or two bits in there. A couple of Lymantria saddles and a mantis saddle. Yeah, a lot more to do on this side of the Adomaitis desert biome. Well, back to the oasis and back towards the end of this video. Alright, stop cheering. Well, the last two videos will be about the rest of the desert biome and then many more scenarios to come. Watch this space. Well, if you're still with us, thank you so much for watching and we'll catch you in the next one. Oh yes, yes indeed.